Hi everyone, Morgan Steele here, coming to you from my backyard today, which is slightly strange, but it's a beautiful day here and I just wanted to mix it up. So I've got my little tripod and it's sitting on a chair and it's a little bit of a makeshift arrangement, but you know, that doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. And what I want to talk to you about today is something that I struggled with for so long, like talking about years. Being in alignment with your message on the internet, being in alignment with what you are doing online, and having a message that not only resonates with you but fills your heart and fills your soul and drives you and is something that is your life's purpose. Okay? Because I think that's why a lot of people go to the internet to do their work and build online businesses, because it's not that easy to just live your life's purpose, you know, out there in the role of a doctor or a lawyer or a teacher or a government job or whatever you're doing. It's not that easy to live what's in your heart, because it's all systematized, it's all really set up for you, and for some people that just doesn't work. So people flock to the internet to build online businesses so they can teach from their heart and so they can add value for something that they're really passionate about. Yeah? And when you do that, you've got to remember that's the reason you went to the internet in the first place. That is why you're on the internet. That is why you're doing this. So you have to make sure that you're in alignment with the reason you're actually there in the first place. And so just a little bit about me, like my story. I struggled for 3 or 4 years trying to build an online affiliate-based type of business, and I met some amazing people. I learned some skills that are invaluable to me now in this business, absolutely invaluable. However, the entire time I was basically trying to push shit up a hill. It was difficult. It was not what my heart wanted, really. And now that I've kind of left that behind and I've stepped into something new, you know, teaching from a spiritual perspective, building businesses on spiritual principles, alignment, you know, energy healing, so that you can feel good and create a life that is inspiring to you. Now that I've done that, I'm just like, it just feels so good. It just feels good, okay? And when things feel good, the universe just conspires to help you. Absolutely conspires to help you, okay? So that's a little bit about what I'm going to talk about. I'm not going to keep you here for hours and hours. That's what I'm talking about. I just want to quickly introduce, I guess, my new website, my new blog, morgansteele.co. If you haven't, morgansteele.com was taken, by the way. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. There's still a little bit more to do on it, but it's kind of, you get the gist of it. And I've done a few blog posts, and it's got one of my packages up there, but obviously things will expand as I grow as well. So check that out, morgansteele.co, if you haven't done so already. So what I want to talk about, I think I've got, what have I got written down here? 3 points to why you need to be 1000% in alignment with your business message and how you actually do that. Okay? How you actually do that. Okay. So the first reason as to why you need to be is because it's going to be hard, guys. There are hard times when you are working online. There are hard times when you're trying to build something from scratch. There are skills you need to learn. There are leadership qualities that you need to attain. Lots of tech stuff, but then lots of strategy stuff and lots of growth, personal development growth, to get you to that place where you can push past your fears and push past your belief system. So because of all that, there are times where you just want to crawl up in a ball and have a big cry. And I'll be completely honest, and I've been there, you know, I've been there. And I'm not saying that I wouldn't have days in the future that will be like that as I up level as well, but basically there are going to be challenges. And as long as if you're stepping in this ring of being an online entrepreneur, you have to acknowledge it, and you have to say to yourself, yeah, there are going to be challenges, okay? There are going to be challenges, and that's cool. But the thing that I want to say now is that if you don't have something that you're 100% in love with, aligned with, it's your sole purpose, you're on this earth to do this message, to bring this message to the table, then when you hit those hard times, they get really friggin' hard, way harder than they need to be. And I remember times, you know, when I was, because I've got young twins, they're 3 now, 3 and 3 months. And when they were little, I was trying to work away, and I'd get up and feed them at 4 AM, and I'd stay up and I'd work on something, you know, Facebook ad marketing or something. And that was hard. And because I wasn't in alignment with what I was doing, it was more of a push-pull struggle, because I couldn't see the bigger vision. I couldn't see why the hell I was doing this in the first place. Was it to leave my job as a lawyer? Was it to make money online? Was it to have the freedom? Was it for my children? What the hell am I doing? Now I realize that the person I am and the reason of what I'm here to do is actually to help people to wake up, help people to understand that they are vibrational, you know, beings that can attract whatever they want in their life, and that they create their life from the inside out. And I believe having your own online business is a very good way to work through that personal growth channel, and yeah, and come out the other side with a cool freedom-based business that you can actually really impact the world. Okay, so the second reason why, you know, you need to be 1000% aligned with your message is because otherwise you could just be creating another job for yourself. Yeah, so if you're in a business, if you've created a business that you know it's going to work, or maybe you're even making money in it already, but it's not your passion, it's not your purpose, it's not quite in alignment. Even if it is a little bit, it's not 100%. You've just created another job for yourself, so congratulations. That is what happens, because you've still got to get the work done, you've still got to do the marketing, you've still got to do the messaging, you've still got to do the content, you've still got to do the ads, you've still got to do everything that you need to do. However, it's not something you love, so every single day it is friggin' work. Every single day it's work. Whereas if you're working in alignment, you haven't just created a job for yourself, you've created a hobby that you get paid for. Cool? And the third thing is, if you're not in alignment with your message, you are constantly questioning yourself. Because there's a bug. Because there's always a little part of your heart that wants to do something else. There's always a little part of your heart that is thinking, oh, what if I could do that? What if I could do that other thing that I really want to do? What if I could speak that truth? What if I could be that person doing that? What would that mean? What would that feel like? And because there's always that little part of you that wants to do that, not the sensible option, the option that's really following your heart and your desires, and maybe it's friggin' crazy but you're just doing it anyway, that's being in alignment with what you really want to do. And when you go to do a blog post, when you go to do a video, when you go to do content, when you're going to do an ad, or you're talking to a client on the phone, it's your passion, it's your purpose. They can feel it. They can feel it. And they can feel it, and they'll buy off you because they can feel it. And you won't be questioning yourself every time you go to post something, is this actually what's in alignment with my message? Because you can't feel anything. You're not feeling really a connection to what you're doing. So you don't know. It's hard to tell if what you're going to put up on Facebook or your blog is actually in alignment with what you're even doing. Okay? So before I go, I want to share with you one way to start to go towards figuring out how to get in alignment with what you really want to do. Okay? So I want you to sit down with a big notebook, and I want you to write, and I want you to say to yourself, if I had no beliefs, sabotaging beliefs, and no fears holding me back, nothing in my head saying I couldn't do it, nothing in my head saying it wasn't a good idea, nothing in my head saying it would never work, nothing in my head saying people would laugh at me, nothing in my head convincing me not to follow my dreams. If you had none of those, what would you do? And as soon as you write down what you would do, all the beliefs will come up. Everything will come up. Oh, that wouldn't work. Couldn't do that. No one's making money off that. That's too time consuming. Nobody would buy that. How would I get that to the right person? Blah, blah, blah. Beliefs and fears that are holding you back from living your dreams. That is how you figure out what your message is. what you really want to be doing. Because if you cut away all the crap, if you cut it all away, that's what you're left with. You're left with your dream, you're left with your desire, you're left with your real message that you can really connect with passionately and talk about it and monetize it and go online and just, you know, make a storm because you are really in love with that particular thing. Cool? So that, I think that is all I've got to say today. Thank you so much for listening. Well, it's been quite a long one today. Thank you so much for listening, and I wish you all the best for following your dreams, you know, stepping into your power, following your heart and doing things that light your soul on fire, because that's what this life's about. That is what this life's about. Okay, bye guys.